We don't have anything.
Welcome to the House of Rouse! With our main guests, Colin Quarles!
Oh, look at that sexist pig.
And next coming in, Evan Quarles!
Fuck art school. It's stupid.
Up next, Hunter Duffy!
He stole my essay out of my fucking backpack.
Hungry.
Welcome to the House of Rouse.
Welcome to the House of Rouse, episode 18. We're getting up on 20 and we're getting to the season 2 finale.
Yes.
We're almost there. What's going to be best picture of the year? What's going to be worst?
I lost all my Click Clack Jack notes somehow. They're all gone.
Really?
Yeah,
perfect.
I don't know what happened,
That
but
is the
somehow
perfect synopsis.
they got closed
of
out
the movie
and they're
somehow.
gone. But really, I don't think I need any
Well,
notes, to be honest. Here.
Yeah.
Hunter, what did you decide on?
What? Oh, the movie we watched? Oh, it was obviously Click Clack Jack, a rail legend.
2008's Click Clack Jack, and this
I found it at Goodwill, and I thought it'd be funny.
uh,
It provided some laughs
and provided some knowledge.
and some Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's my turn to describe.
Okay.
Well, gather round, children. I'm gonna tell you a story. His name is Click Clack Jack. He saved a hobo. Go on now, read your Bible. Check out this pocket watch. I'm Click Clack. I'm 150 years old.
There is no God.
Click Clack Jack, a rail legend.
I was about to say, you better get that right there.
It is about a rail legend who never drives a train.
But he does it once.
And he meets a homeless man, and this guy is gonna destroy his town, and Click Clack Jack has to raise the money to pay this guy before he destroys the town, and he gets the homeless man involved along the way. So that's what we watched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rail legend, and he literally drives a train once in the movie.
At the very beginning.
They show the same scene from the beginning at the end also. And
Yeah.
that's the only amount of trains that are in this movie.
Do they even show him drive the train when they show the train?
Yes,
Or do
he's
they-
driving the train.
Yeah,
he's
he's
the one that
going-
slows it down.
He sees the person in the
So
tracks.
the
He's
hobo
like,
doesn't get run over.
Well, they only. I mean, they had a budget of $1 million to do.
He spent most of that on the train.
Yeah. This was a Ryan Brody film,
what year was this? Do you know?
2008.
2008.
And the movie is set. I looked it up. It's set in 1870.
That seems about right.
So it could have been clack at the end.
What? No.
Why are you always cutting to the goddamn end?
It's 100 years later, at least.
It was clack.
He's a man of Jesus.
I guess Noah was like
All
200
things
something,
are
right?
possible through God.
Well,
Jot that down.
the
Write
movie
that down.
clearly is centered for children.
Clearly. There's not a single gun in the Western.
Yeah, centered for children, and it just basically like to show them at a mega church. I could you see this where we're from. There's a mega church called Thomas Road, and I could definitely see them going out and making some big budget film that they all took really seriously. They have some big showing at their church to all jerk themselves off and. That's
It's
what
called
it
a
seems
click
to be.
clack jerk.
Oh God.
All right, first note. Pinhole edit. There's just some weird little circle. little circle
Yeah.
at the beginning to give it that old timey feel.
Oh,
yeah, it's only like used once
It's just in yeah.
Well, they use it later when
for a flashback or something.
when they're showing the hobo getting followed by the
Oh
two
yeah.
overly comical. Well, one of them is evil guy
Oh, they both are.
with the drawn
Just
on
one of them got
mustache.
more lines.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're the best part of the movie. hands down.
Absolutely, they stole the show.
Yeah.
They were the best part.
yeah, like you can tell, like they like, especially the one who like really overdid it.
Hammed it up.
He was like the cool, funny guy of the group.
Yeah.
That they let him have this part, and he was like, "I'm just gonna have fun with it."
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, we all love Jerry."
Yeah. At the end, they're like, "Dude, you were great in that."
They had a mustache for him. But he's like, I think it'll look way funnier if you just draw it on. And then at the end, I'll just take off the real part of my goatee and put it back on.
He was the youth pastor at the church for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a silly Billy. I liked him.
All the while, Stinky Pete is narrating this entire story.
Stinky.
He's telling a long ass story to
About
these
himself.
children. It's not him.
It's him.
It's not Click Clack.
It must be. I would imagine it's his son. It has to be Click Clack's son.
It's got to be his grandson at least.
No.
Okay,
dude.
well, this was 1870.
It's 100 years.
Click Clack is like, let's see, he's already about maybe 35 in the film. It's 1870. So he probably died 1920?
Okay,
Right?
so even if he fucked somebody right there at the end,
Yeah, who did he marry?
I don't know. He was living with his aunt. They never explained that living situation.
Yeah.
His
That
aunt.
was weird.
Yeah, I
His
wonder-
dad left him, so he started living with his aunt. He's like Spider-Man.
But his aunt lives with him on his dad's property.
Ah, yes.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Maybe it's that sweet, sweet fudge she makes.
the,
Maybe that's why.
the infamous fudge scene.
Yeah.
What a great scene where they're both looking at it like dogs.
God.
Yeah.
I feel bad for going so hard on the movie, though. Don't look at my fucking notes. I feel kind of bad for going hard on it, though, because this was clearly made for children.
Oh, you should still.
To teach them lessons about don't be mean to people who are different than us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and they even say like about the homeless person, they're like, he may look strange and weird and awful, but that doesn't mean that you treat him so bad.
I also want to say that by far the worst part of this movie is the hobo.
What?
The hobo is clearly the worst part of this
I don't
movie.
know. The robber baron is pretty over the top.
Yeah, but at least it's something. The hobo is super bland, I feel like.
And he definitely looks the same
He-
age as Click Clack.
Yeah.
Just with a whole lot
Yeah,
of hair and
he-
a big beard.
I feel like he delivers all his lines very, very bland and doesn't give any facial expressions at all. But I kind of
He's
feel
just
like
a
they were going. I feel like they were kind of going for this like wise stoic type character or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But to me, it just came off like this guy was embarrassed to be a part of this movie, so he was like, "I'm just gonna be super lame while I'm doing this."
Yeah.
But
And in contrast to Knowing,
What?
Whoa.
I mean, I guess they both were religious movies in a sense.
Yeah.
well, no, it's just something small, but you were shitting on the kid and the kids in Knowing really hard last episode. And
No,
I
definitely
really like the kids in this.
What? Those kids were terrible. They were obviously just all of the people that worked on set's children that
Yeah.
we learned
Oh, yeah.
from the blooper reel, which was
The
just
worst
terrible
blooper reel
raw
in
footage.
history.
It wasn't even funny takes. It was just, oh, here's something.
Yeah, it was just after they shot the scene, they let the camera roll for about 5 more seconds, and there was somebody like, let it roll.
Let's see what happens when the cinematographer comes in and talks to his shitty kid actress daughter.
But I thought the kids were cute. Like, I don't know, they just seemed like really innocent. Like, they seemed like legitimate children that weren't Hollywood kids or anything. Like, they just seemed like.
I feel like the kids that were in the Click Clack Jack times were not too bad.
Yeah,
But the kids who were in the modern time were awful.
They were all of them were bad. I literally wrote, idiot kid, that woman out of breath, in that scene where they're in his wood shop.
Oh,
Oh yeah, she comes
She just
running
runs in.
The mayor's got
probably
catastrophic news.
Probably ran like 5 feet.
But the news was catastrophic because they later learned that the robber baron was going to demolish the whole town.
And the church!
And the church!
Not the church!
And the church!
It reminded me a lot of...
Fuck our homes!
It reminded me a lot of the plot to... And then probably neither of you guys have seen this or remember it.
Probably not.
The end of Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Except they actually win in this one.
Just-
At the end of Little House on the Prairie, they have to get the deed back to the town, and they build it up like they're going to get it back. And in the very end, nope, they don't get it, and they blow up the entire Little House on the Prairie. And it just ends.
Destroy it, dude.
They blow it to smithereens, and the show just ends.
I always thought I shouldn't watch Little House on the Prairie, but this sounds a lot more interesting.
Dude,
now.
it's a
For
horrific
some
ending.
reason, I remember the show actually being pretty good. But I don't know. It's
I don't remember it at all. I remember Mom and me watching it when I was a kid.
Um,
and being like, what the fuck's going on with this show?
I think it's
Blew
also...
up the prairie.
I also think it's pretty funny how there's one singular homeless man and they can't grasp the concept that there's a homeless guy.
Oh, yeah.
But it's only one, there's one homeless
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And they're all like, there's that, that homeless guy that lives here. And they're like, where do you know him, Click Clack Jack? And he's like, well, when I pass by on my train, I see a tent. And that must be the singular homeless man. That's what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, that might have been a crazy thing to them. It's like, that guy's homeless. All he has to do is just chop down some trees and make a house. He can literally put it anywhere. It's the Wild West.
Yeah, dude.
That's true.
What is this guy doing? He's buying fucking buffalo heads and shit.
He could go claim any land he wanted.
They let him go see Washington, D.C. today. He's been buying to be fucking blown.
I don't know if you guys got this feeling. You most definitely did. But for some reason, when I was watching it, it made me feel the exact same way I feel when I go to see Medieval Times.
What?
I don't see that, but I could see the Dixie Stampede thing.
Yeah,
For sure.
Like it had like it felt to me like the shtick of like when you go to South Carolina and you're going to like Dixie Stampede or Medieval or any of those, and you're kind of just sitting there, and it's kind of like it's supposed to be spectacular and amazing, and you're just kind of like staring like, this is something. Like that's how I felt the whole time. This is something.
You know, one thing that I will say positive about the movie is even though it's a religious movie, and they do throw some of the religious stuff in, it's really not a ton of it.
It's not
It's
crazy.
really not.
It's like 2 or 3 moments where it's like, you gotta be, you can't be a sinner and you gotta come to Jesus.
That's the weird part. Is like for
3
them to
times.
be so not overly religious. It's like the few times that they wanted to sneak it in, it's just like, here's the Bible, children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why can you just be like, these people said maybe you should do it this way. But
Yeah.
now it's like, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either like 0 or 100.
Yeah.
There's no subtlety to it at all. Well, except for, no, never mind. Except for the main villain who has
There's no
the
subtlety to
like
the robber
stereotypical like Satan goatee and mustache. Like
Yeah.
his whole room is red. His robe is red.
Yeah.
He has a cape.
He's in a fucking cape,
What the
dude.
fuck has a cape in the Wild West?
Yeah, and he tricks the whole town. It's like, dude, the guy's got a cape and a Satan goatee.
And he's like,
tricks them.
I wish he was just been maniacally doing this while he was like, maybe the hobo did it. The whole town. Oh, we're skipping ahead.
He moves his eyebrows amazing in this movie. Very reminiscent of Paul Giamatti.
Hey,
Very
Paul
good
Giamatti
eyebrows.
is our god, and I don't think we should compare. That's like sacrilegious.
That's true. It's very true.
But you can't. You got to remember also. I mean, there might have been the devil, but Click Clack Jack, which was revealed midway through this 50-minute film.
It was only 50 minutes? Good God, it felt like an hour and a half easy.
Yeah.
I think it flew by, if I'm being honest.
Oh no, that one scene where he was talking to the hobo.
That scene was rough.
I felt like it was never going to end.
He revealed that he was a man of sin, and that he almost drowned in it. But
I would have loved to see in his past life
I know.
before he found Jesus.
yeah, when he didn't look like a
Why is he
goddamn
called Click
retard.
Clack?
They never explained
They
that.
never explained why it's called Click Clack.
No, he just says they call me Click Clack Jack.
Alright, so anyway, at this point in the movie, so the robber baron's like, I'm going to demolish the whole town unless you give me the amount of money and gold I think is there. So Click Clack's like, I got an idea. I'll get you that money and then I'll take the deed. And it's like, alright, that's cool. Click Clack goes home. He doesn't have a fucking plan at all. Good thing Auntie's there.
Yeah, right.
So they're going to have an auction where everybody just gives up their shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to sell it to neighboring towns.
Yeah, and they basically give their stuff and then buy it back.
Yeah, that was really unclear because it shows them telling everybody about the auction, and they make it appear as if everyone they're telling about is donating too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. It just looks like they're giving their stuff and like, all right, we're gonna buy it back. Like how? They couldn't they just save the time and just donate it?
Yeah.
Like
They could have just given them the money.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, here's my shit and my money.
Yeah, now I have to travel across this state. It's not easy. It's 1870s. It's not an easy task to go to a yard sale of a bunch of shit I don't want.
did they say nobody showed up at
To
first or
save a
something?
stupid
Yeah.
town. Yeah, it was just empty.
Well,
not even the town folk came out.
But then what's funny is that there was no payoff to that or even any reason to say that because immediately 5 seconds later, he's like, but then guess what? People showed up. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, what do you mean? That people were like a few minutes late? What is the story? There's no story. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then that brings us to the worst break-in
Yeah, I
in
was just saying,
cinema history.
this is the best scene of the movie.
Oh yeah, so they
for
get the
sure.
money together so that they can buy the town back, and Click Clack decides that the safest place to put it is in his workshop, which is one of only 2 buildings that he regularly visits, in a desk side drawer with no lock.
There's no handle
There's
either.
no handle
And
either.
it's his
There's like
only
a
desk.
broken fucking desk.
It's his only desk.
I thought it had a key to it at first. Nope, it doesn't.
No.
But even whoever the fuck breaks in, first just smashes like a window or something.
Oh, it's just
It's just
the
Sam.
most cliche window breaking,
Steps on a
wood,
cat or
wood
throws it or
smashing.
something.
Yeah, the cat meows. Then
He's stomping around.
Yeah.
He moves the chair as loud as possible.
Yeah, moves the chair around. Then he opens the door to where the
Closes.
money's at, closes it, and is like, wait a second, what did I just see in there? Opens it back up, grabs that, and then goes off camera, and there's more windows breaking and like wood breaking.
He goes back out the other way, I think, too.
Yeah,
right?
no,
He
he
doesn't
goes
even
the
come
opposite
back in
direction.
from the
Yeah, he
same
goes
way.
the opposite direction. So he broke in, and then also broke a lot of shit on the way out instead of just using the same
Oh,
path.
God.
Now, this is
That was
when-
genius editing. I thought that was that might have been the best joke.
Wow.
I don't know if they meant it as a joke, but that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's like top scene of the House of Rouse.
And
so far.
he's got to break in and break out of a small wooden shed.
This is when the movie goes off the rails.
Cue the music.
We're going off the rails.
And everything falls apart in the device when everything's supposed to be a big like Christopher Nolan twist immediately just falls apart because none of it makes any goddamn sense. Because the homeless man gets arrested and put in jail.
Because they what's the fucking word?
Set him up.
Set him up. Well, I was looking for a different word.
Yeah, because
but,
all the
whatever,
townsfolk were like, all right, the Baron obviously stole the money because he just wants to blow up the town. And everybody's like, yeah, that makes total sense. And the Baron's like, what about the hobo? And then everybody goes, you're right.
Man,
What about the hobo?
You're right, man. Cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, devilish-looking person with a cape who was smiling about us losing our money.
Yeah, he also has like this like devilish grin. Like nothing about it looks convincing.
No.
So
No, he didn't even try to hide it. He's just joyful.
this is when you find out that the homeless man knows exactly what Click Clack Jack's key necklace goes to.
Oh, we forgot to mention that.
Yeah, he has
He's got a key around his neck his dad gave him. He has no idea what it goes to.
Yeah, and the homeless man knows exactly what it goes to. He also has gold in the woods that he knows about for somehow, and the Baron knows somehow that the homeless man knows about it, and none of this makes sense.
I love that. I wish I could say, no, you're saying that wrong, but nope. That's how it went.
Alright, so here's a few of my questions about this stupid ass movie. Whose gold is this? Who is Click Clack Jack's dad? Does he know this homeless man?
Why does he have a key?
Well, the old man said he knew his dad.
But how?
And
I
why
guess
does
he's just been walking around on their land for like 40 years.
I forgot. That's another story for another time.
Or another time.
Yeah, why does his dad have a key to this chest of gold?
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
is this?
here's how I think it went, because I was trying when they first revealed it. It's just like I have no fucking idea how this happened. At first, I thought that the hobo found gold, hid it, made a map and a key, lost the map, forgot where the gold was at. I thought that's how it went, but I believe that the dad found some gold, put it in a chest, hid it, took the key with him. I guess he forgot it, and the hobo who's just been walking around in his land for 40 years found it and just assumed that Click Clack's key would work because it was on his dad's land. That's how I think it's supposed to go.
Well, why
But
would
I have
his
no
dad?
fucking clue.
Why would his dad hide gold in the middle of the fucking woods instead of just actually using the gold to take care of his retarded son?
I don't know. I
thought it was
Click
kind
Clack
of...
Jack has to be retarded, right?
no, he's
he's making top 5 tards. But I also thought...
Why'd you wear the same color shirt as me?
I've worn this shirt like multiple episodes.
I don't like
You're
that.
copying me.
You're copying me.
Dude, I've
This is
worn
a new
this
shirt.
No, this isn't a new shirt.
This is a new shirt.
Yeah, I've
That
had...
trumps your old shirt.
Well, I'm wearing House Rouse merch.
No one can trump this shirt. Look at this
Email Quanley.
That's the only one, though.
QUONELLY@gmail if you want a shirt.
We only have the one shirt, though.
Hey, no, I have sold another shirt. That's 2.
You gave it away.
Yeah, you gave it
We
away.
didn't sell it.
You didn't sell it.
They offered to buy it.
I thought it was strange that they left a clue where the little imprint, the drawing of the key is, and then 3 feet away from the clue is the chest.
Yeah, why would the dad
Well,
even do that?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I guess he just wanted his son to go on an adventure of walking around the land until he discovered that, and he's like, this is what the key's for.
What if he found the chest first? Then the whole key drawing is
I don't know.
pointless.
Yeah.
Also, like, I mean, it's not like Click Clack's dad had a whole lot of land. Like, why would you not check out your land?
His son is a mongoloid, so they probably just want to give him something to do.
God.
Well,
Mongoloid.
at least there's a few good messages, I guess. I have nothing else to say about this movie.
I was surprised we went this far with it.
Oh, actually-
it was, at least in the beginning, it was pretty funny. We were dying laughing at a lot of those early spots, but then it just, once it got settled in, it didn't make any more sense.
I felt like the only scene that was really, really... Or the only 2 scenes that were really, really drawn out and boring were the campfire scene and the one where he's in jail and he's giving the map for some fucking reason.
Any scene with
that
the hobo.
nobody took away from him when they put him in prison. They're just like, yeah, let him have his map.
You don't want to touch him, he's a hobo.
Well, they also let Click Clack Jack decide who's going to jail and not.
Yeah, the sheriff was like, we need to take this guy away. He goes, no.
He's like, well, I was going to take you away, but old retard Click Clack over here said I'm gonna let me free, so...
Also, the Baron doesn't lose in this situation.
No, he never even went to jail or anything.
None of his henchmen go to jail, and he gets just a buttload of gold.
Whatever, man. Jesus.
I think that wraps it up for whatever.
The review of Click Clack Jack.
Is that it? Yeah. So before we get to our rankings here,
Ratings.
whatever.
And it always
Let me
The
get my-
ratings and the rankings.
Let me get my email up. What is it?
It's capital K.
That's right. It's you know.
What? It's a
Yeah,
kid.
it's the weirdest fucking password I've ever
It's a
heard.
kid I went to elementary school with.
All right.
That's some psycho shit.
I'm gonna get our first read pulled up real quick. Dude, we got a new one actually.
Oh, a new one.
A new ad?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I hope it works out. I haven't really read over it too much, so, but it seemed promising.
Okay. Let me
Let's do some reads. Let's get the episode paid for.
do this. Whatever.
Oh.
Just read it like this.
Follow us on Instagram. We just hit House of Rouse on Instagram. Go follow us. We post clips.
I feel like it needs to be, you know.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Are you done talking?
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
Goblin PSA.
Goblin PSA. Goblin PSA. Goblin PSA. Goblin PSA.
Seriously, if you know a goblin or someone you love is a goblin, go up and give them a hug. Tell them they're people too. Well, not like real people, but goblin people that deserve, some amount of human rights. But we're not going to say all human rights. They are goblins. But just go give them a hug.
Don't you fucking hug me.
If you see somebody gnarling in the streets and they're supposed to be green, but they're probably red because that's how goblins are in this universe apparently, but you just give them a hug.
Don't fucking hug me. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Read the ad.
Spam! It taunts us all, haunting, terrorizing, plaguing all of our inboxes daily. That's why we here at F3D Inc. have been working tirelessly to bring you the best spam blocking software possible. Is that supposed to be a Fed, but it's a 3?
No, it's a 3.
Oh, so it's just okay.
I think they might be related to some with fairies or something.
Oh, okay. Introducing Fairy Blocker Plus. Your one-stop shop for spam blocking shit, something or another. We already have tons of satisfied customers. Just listen to this quote from Janet of Nantucket County.
Oh, God.
This is the worst thing I've ever done. I can't believe I'm having my rights infringed upon like this. If you are listening, goblins do exist, and we do have feelings.
Okay,
Goblin rights matter.
Oh, shit.
I think there's a promo code at the bottom, but it didn't scroll.
We can't...
Always Fairy Blocker. Promo code...
Always?
Something gets better anyway.
That's all. That's their catchphrase now.
Always Fairy Blocker.
Always Fairy Blocker.
That's way better.
So wait, the fairies 3D and the goblins...
Promo code Aspire 4 hand pedals.
Oh my god.
Dude.
It's all... So wait.
It's all connecting.
I don't get it.
I guess they go into business together.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to send that to our...
We might have to edit this part out though.
No.
About the goblins.
We're gonna have to give that to our staff and let them read that over to see what the hell's going on, because I don't know about all
I'm gonna
that.
have to cut this out.
Well, that was just interesting. We're gonna have to get our staff on that. We're gonna have to get our staff on that. That was odd.
We do have a lot of spam mail. The house
We can't sign up for that. We can't sign up for that. Let's just go to ratings. Let's just, for the love of God.
Okay.
So I guess we'll just keep doing the thing where we go down the line.
Sure.
I give Click Clack Jack. Okay, so hear me. I give it a 60, and hear me out.
I saw that on your thing on accident. I was like, please God, tell me that's not the rating.
I give it a
for Click Clack
60%,
Jack.
and hear me out. It's because Click Clack Jack, even though it doesn't make any goddamn sense and it's not good, it's wholesome. It wasn't made for anyone like us. It was made for children at a church to watch this, and like it has like a good heart, teaching like a few good lessons to kids. And it was like it's a community film instead of like being a film. So I can't be mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at it, and I can't say it's like this horrible thing. So for what it is, I give it a 60% because
I mean, I get that. It's tough to rank something like this against real movies.
Yeah.
Would you show your kids Click Clack Jack?
Would I show Mike? I mean, if they liked it. If they were like, Dad, can we watch Click Clack Jack? I wouldn't be like, fuck you, no, you can't watch it.
Yeah, but you would have had to show them first because there's only one copy.
Okay, well.
That one chick won at the end of the movie. I forgot we didn't say. So the whole thing is based in this fucking historical museum with this train behind the guy who's telling the story. Who Colin believes is Click Clack Jack,
It's Clack.
who must be, I don't know,
It's probably
150 years old at that point.
It's the power of Jesus.
And then over the thing, they're like, oh, blah, 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 you just want a free copy of Click Clack Jack. Pick it up at the store.
I was halfway wondering
Oh,
if while they were
God.
filming that just came across in the background on accident,
No way.
and they were like, "Oh, we'll just keep it."
No, they
But
probably
I
thought it was.
threw
They probably thought it was genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go
on.
visit the website www.clickclackjack.com.
Is that a real
I give
website?
it.
It is. It's
Yeah,
a
it is.
real website.
I give it a 60. So Colin.
I can get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I have to judge this against just the every movie we watch. I mean, I can't give it a fucking 60. I enjoyed it more than Rise of Skywalker, so I'm going to give
Me
it a
too.
3.5.
Okay.
So, I mean, it wasn't horrifically boring, I don't think, because of the entertainment value of how outrageous it is and kind of how bad it is in certain parts. And it had some really over the top, stuff like the villain and his little henchmen and whatnot.
Yeah, but that made it not boring, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't boring,
Okay, yeah.
but I can't give it a 60 or 6 out of 10. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
What are we
not going
doing
there.
here? But yeah. Also, really quick, there's tons of scenes where everything's just pixelated because the camera quality is awful.
Oh yeah,
But
it's bad.
yeah.
There's a lot of ADR in the beginning.
Ton. Oh my
Evan
God.
pointed it out very quickly, and I couldn't get past it for a minute
Yeah.
until the parts where it stopped being like that.
Yeah, it was rough, dude.
I'll go. I'll actually say D plus.
Okay.
Again, it's tough. Like I said, for what it is, it's not terribly made. There are some odd cuts
Yeah.
and transitions and whatnot. Where the dude's just in the jail cell. You have no idea how long he's there because none of the shadows move and they don't show like day and night going by. I just assume he's just switching positions, but they fade every time he's switching position.
None of these people went to film
Yeah, I
school.
mean, it was funny enough in the beginning with the over-the-top shit. So it's funny enough to laugh at for that part. And, yeah, D+.
And it's if it was like an hour 40, I would have given it like the lowest of the low. But it was
Oh,
only
yeah,
it was
that's the
short
thing.
and sweet.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. Is it's not too long. Like, just
Yeah.
still felt too long at parts. But, what was it, 50-some minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have we talked about this? I can't believe we went this.
We actually went 30 minutes.
Jesus.
So let's hit that transition
Well, this is going
song.
to be a long one.
This is the transition song. Transition song. Transition song.
Hey, welcome back. We're
Back. We're back.
are doing. Hunter's decision was to go with
Top 10 video games.
of all time.
Evan actually brought it up, and I thought it was time we did it. And it was the hardest fucking list we've ever
Yeah,
done,
seriously.
for sure.
Easily the hardest list we've done.
This is the one I have. And most of the time, it's like, day of. I'll start looking at shit. Really start thinking about it. This one I've been looking at for a while.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for about 2 weeks,
Mhm.
trying to get it all together.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go first on this one,
Okay.
and then Colin. Well, actually, we're just going straight down the line again.
Yep.
So
This is gonna be a
Is that what we're doing every time now?
no. This is just for Hunter's pick. I always go first. I got
gotcha.
I got it on lock now. The turns. I got it on lock.
Gotcha.
So
Dude, I have no fucking clue what. I feel like I know more what your list is gonna be than Evan's is, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm excited. I am.
All right, we'll do it.
So let's do the top 10 best video games ever made.
It's not gonna be the. He's saying it like a lot of people are gonna agree with it.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
gonna be fucking nuts.
I think so.
It's gonna be so
Our
goddamn
listeners
nuts.
out there.
All right, start it off.
Number 10, Fallout New Vegas.
Never played it.
I mean,
Damn.
I've heard great things about it.
Game is fucking awesome. You can get lost in it for hours and hours and hours. And there's the thing about it is every side mission or world that you go to in that game, because it's not just side missions. You actually travel to different worlds in some places. Everything is completely different than the last thing in that game. So it's
I mean, a lot of people say it's the best Fallout, hands down. So yeah,
It's fucking amazing. I think
It's like Skyrim and post-apocalyptic, like with guns and stuff, right?
yeah, except
it's the same company.
except more diversity in what is available and what can happen, because there's like past stuff that you can do, there's futuristic stuff you can do. I mean, like, it goes all over the fucking map about what's possible. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen next.
Yeah, but can you ride a dragon?
Possibly at some point, I don't know, but there's it's amazing.
I bet.
But we need to keep rolling because
Yeah. Do it.
I scooted over more to look at, because I can't look at Hunter. Number
I'll move. If you want me to move, I'll move.
number 9, Halo.
I did not think you were going to have
which
that.
one's the standout?
Huh?
We said that was you just choosing the original Halo.
I'm choosing the original.
Okay, I didn't know if you're counting the series or.
Oh no.
We also only owned one Halo game.
But I've played. No.
No, I've played a bunch of them, but we've only owned one.
I've played 1, 2, and 3 enough to know which one I like more, and if I do them in order, it goes 1, 3, 2. Actually, I like the third one better than the second one as well.
That's dumb, but okay.
But the original Halo, I have tons of memories about. It was the first game that I couldn't finish because I was too scared. Right when the floods introduced, it was just too terrifying for me as a kid. Fucking Blood Gulch, the shotguns, the Needler, and just everything about it. Trying to get online, trying to get into like gangs and stuff, and becoming part of. Yeah, I mean, just fucking
the early days of online play.
Yeah.
I would argue that's the best campaign / multiplayer game of all time.
So
Keep going.
that clocks at number 9.
Okay.
Number 8, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
Okay.
This is one of the most perfect like sick day games. Like if I'm really sick, I'll bust out some Roller Coaster Tycoon for the day.
Yeah.
Just make a fucking park and like make my cotton candy like $10 a pop.
I used to charge to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good one.
You can really torture people in this game.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do so much, and for it being so old and like the different possibilities of what it is just fucking.
I remember coming down the stairs crying because it was the first time a roller coaster went off the rails. It was a perfectly fine roller coaster. It was working. I wasn't trying to kill people. It just fucked up.
Dude,
and one train crashed into another. And I ran downstairs like I killed them all. My parents still bring that shit up to this day. Die laughing because I was like I killed all of them.
Dude, sometimes they just the standard like times where each train leaves, it's pretty much set up so at a certain point they're gonna fucking mash each other.
Yeah, it's great.
You have to change it.
It's great. Sim Theme Park is also good. But anyway, yeah. Number 7, The Last of Us. Huge story-heavy game, very emotional. The music's amazing, very tense. You get super invested. That's probably the number 1 game where when it ended, like all was lost for me. Where I was just like literally just looked out my window and just was like, what do I do?
That is an amazing game.
Have you played that?
I played until the first time when you meet the fucking
clickers.
The clickers. When you're in that little square room and you gotta get around them. And I put the controller down. I was like, this might not be for me.
Not as scary as Resident Evil 2.
That's very true. That big motherfucker.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 was fucking terrifying.
Mr. X.
Oh god.
So that's clocking in number 7.
Okay.
Number 6.
I don't hate this as much.
That's not too bad
so far. I feel like the top ones though are gonna really piss me off.
I don't know. Number 6, Borderlands.
Way too high.
God.
Good game.
Okay, so
Damn.
you're not just real quick. I did put in the thing where you could count the series and just stand.
Yeah, I think the first one stands out more than the other ones.
But are you
sure.
count? I'm just not understanding your list. If you're counting the series or you're just saying the one game.
I'm counting just Borderlands the first one individual.
Oh, that's they're solid games. I don't see them as 6, but
I think the first.
all of them are pretty solid.
The second one is pretty solid. It goes a little off the rails for me midway through.
That's the whole fucking concept of the game.
I know. but it's a real legend.
Opening Pandora's box.
It's a real legend.
A real legend.
I liked the second one. I didn't like it as much though. I spent like 2 years straight just being obsessed with the first Borderlands. I
That's sick.
I have such a big heart for that game. The atmosphere is so cool. All the guns and the customization of the guns is so cool.
Yeah, they took a lot of risk for that game with this the style and the absurd humor and the gore.
Claptrap.
Again, it's cool, but I don't see it.
We played the campaign together one time, remember?
Yeah, we did a little bit. Yeah, it's like and you can. One of my favorite things about games is when you can do co-op campaigns.
That's a very nice feature, yeah.
And that game is one of the most fun games ever to do co-op campaign.
You know you can do a co-op campaign online now, so like if you play it online, that's
heard
awesome.
That. But that's just for me one of the biggest summer games for me. Is like you spend all summer playing Borderlands with your friends and stuff. It's just so it mixes together modern gameplay with old gameplay because you can do the free roam and you can do the gun customizations, but you also have the old gameplay styles where you can level up and you have bosses, and it's like a total clash of all game style gameplays and
great new game plus.
So super super cool. One of my favorite. Yeah, number 6 for me. Number 5. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Ooh, I forgot about that one. That was a great one.
I did not forget about it.
Just for fucking Galactic Conquest alone.
I would play Galactic Conquest. So.
Yeah.
We played it so many times. Me and Travis. We played it so many times over and over, and it never got old.
Yeah. It's another co-op one that you can do because me and Colin would play at night. Would do the Galactic Conquest co-op.
Another great story. Me and Travis played that all day one day, and his dad comes in and is like, oh, well, you guys ain't been doing shit. And I'm like, we conquered a galaxy today. What did you do?
Yeah, dude. And I think you can also do co-op like against each other for Galactic Conquest as well.
You can.
Yeah, dude. Like, just that alone you can spend hours and hours on. And then not to mention you can also play the arcade mode where it's just Jedis and Siths only.
I was on Moist Isley.
And
heroes only.
Yeah, it took the first one and expanded it in the best possible way, and it made for one of the best shooters. Well, in my opinion, the second best shooter ever made.
So he's got one more shooter on his list.
I don't know what it could be then.
Number 4, RuneScape.
RuneScape at 4.
Yeah.
Gee.
It's probably not the number 1 game I've spent the most hours on, but I've spent a lot of hours. And it's a game that throughout my life I've given up, but I've always come back to and kept playing. And dude, I don't know, just the music, it's like a whole nother world. When I go into RuneScape, it feels like I'm literally escaping here and going back there.
It feels like I'm literally escaping the ruins.
Like I have the map. Like when I'm going to Lumbridge, it feels like home. When I go to Lumbridge, I have that feeling of home when I'm there. And you can say whatever you want, but that is such a beautiful.
Keep making this face.
Such a beautiful, beautiful game. I fucking love that game.
Hunter's never experienced RuneScape, but
RuneScape
upcoming video game spectacular.
Oh baby. Well, it probably will.
It might be out before
this comes out. It's probably already out by this point.
Yeah.
And then also how many different things there are. Like there are so many possibilities of what you can train on and what you can talk to, and it's
just skits.
God damn. Number 3, taking bronze, Madden.
What?
Whoa! What the fuck? Madden. Oh my god.
I didn't see that.
That is a plot twist. Holy shit.
Which one's your standout?
There really is no real standout for Madden.
First off, there's a standout. I don't even like Madden, but so much. But it's 2004. Michael Vick.
I feel like they're all the same. Fuck Michael Vick.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay, so
but it is actually probably the best version of that game.
The thing is I have an extreme attachment to Madden, but I really like. People who really love Madden understand. You spend a lot of time strategizing, and you spend a lot of time if you're doing a franchise mode. you actually, and you have a team, and you're trying to make, and you gotta make decisions of who you're gonna cut, who you're gonna keep. It's like real it's like real football. You're making these decisions.
That's the only one that I strongly disagree
And
with.
it's just because I can see
Not
how people.
RuneScape at 4.
I
I
can at least get that from nostalgia, but
have just enjoyed Madden so much in my life. And it's my number one friend game. When friends come over, we would play we would play Madden for hours. And so I just have a really strong relationship with Madden. So
all right, what's your fucking silver medal?
number 2, taking silver for the second greatest video game of all time. I think number 1 and number 2 are more objective than the rest of them.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Number 2, Medal of Honor Frontline.
Oh man, that's way too high. But it's
not even
it is
the
a
best
great
war
game.
game.
Though.
Medal of Honor Frontline has the best
He said objectively to these two. Oh, fuck.
I will say, out of all the war campaign modes, that's probably the best one.
Medal of Honor Frontline has the best, and this might be coming up for
Campaign is iconic.
a future top 5, but I think it has the best video game score of all time, and
Don't do that as a list.
and I think the story mode is the best. I think it has the best war campaign ever, and for how early on it was when it first came out, I think it was 2004 maybe. It did the whole D-Day thing, and like I remember when I first started playing that, and you open up in D-Day, I was like, holy shit! Like it, and the game, the great thing about that game, unlike a lot of war games, is the levels. They do an amazing job in switching things up each level, so where it felt new and different for every level. You felt like you were doing something different, like it didn't get repetitive.
It's really funny that you have that on your list because I just was watching a YouTube video of someone playing through the campaign like 2 days ago.
All right, number 1, of course, the Spyro original trilogy. That's the greatest video games ever made.
What's the standout?
Standout? Ripto's Rage probably is the standout, but I don't think you can really compare. You just can't compare them to any other video games. As a whole, those 3 are the best. They're better than any other video game, and you can play them over and over and over. They came out in the fucking 90s, but there's worlds within worlds, and you feel like you're in this whole new fantasy area, and the characters are awesome, and they have great chemistry, and the banter, and it's just so magical, and really like
I cannot believe this.
and changes your there's just this huge sense of wonder, and every time you enter a world you don't know what's going to happen or it's just so it's the most adventurous game ever made. There's so much adventure just like soaked all over it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
The most adventurous game ever made. What does it even mean?
All right, so that's my top 10.
I can't argue too much, but whatever. All right, roll through them real quick.
Number 10, Fallout New Vegas. Number 9, Halo. Number 8, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Number 7, The Last of Us. Number 6, Borderlands. Number 5, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Number 4, RuneScape. Number 3, Madden. Number 2, Medal of Honor Frontline. Number 1, the Spyro original trilogy. Yep.
What the fuck?
And that's my top 10. Let's get to another ad before we do the next list.
Medal of Honor, and Spyro.
Yeah.
All right. Who's as far as from me, or who's reading this one?
What's this one?
I forgot.
Well,
All right.
after that.
Let's do the next
Another ad break.
Yep.
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
Just give me near the end.
I need help! Nothing gets me down. I'm gonna jump. I see the toughest around. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Might as well jump.
Dead air. God damn it. There's still dead air. Are you serious?
Listen, this is Jack. I couldn't afford the real song. I tried to make it here, but I got real CDs that you could put a song like that you made yourself maybe on a blank CD. Not doing bullets anymore, just blank CD.
Listen, there's a man inside of your body. His name's Hunter. You're living an illusion.
Got a new ad in.
Real blank CDs. Sounds like Flounder's got a new thing going on. Do you know Jack Flounder?
Never heard of the guy.
We gotta get him help. You heard
Huh?
him?
Don't bring it up. It's just gonna trigger something that's gonna go bad. Just read the ad.
Real blank CDs. You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come one, come all. Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, in the fair city of Verona, it's time! So, Jack Flounder stopped making bullets, and now he sells real fake CDs. Go buy them. Hashtag Ricky Rouse.
That's a good ad. That's a really
little,
good ad.
mildly incorrect. Wait, so
So the CDs are fake.
but they're
They're fake CDs, yeah, they don't work.
They're real blank CDs.
so it's like you get like a deck of blank CDs so you can burn stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
Because fucking losers still do that for some reason. But and then you put in the tray and nothing happens, right? Am I getting this right? I don't know.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Back.
Who burns CDs anymore? God, Jesus fuck. All right.
Like Spyro that much.
This is the actual top 10 greatest video games ever made.
I don't know who's listening to Matt or.
Why do you always keep moving the mics around?
All right.
Okay.
Let's just mute me and Hunter.
Number 10. Oh, first of all, I'm going to say something real quick. My games are all heavily story-based games. So
that makes them better.
yes. All right. Number 10. Spider-Man for the PS4.
That's nuts.
I would like to say Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 2, but it's just really hard to compare more modern games, I guess, to older games. But I feel like they did a really good job, like, updating everything. Making a great Spider-Man experience. Web slinging's great. Story's amazing. Graphics are amazing. Everything. I mean,
I don't think the story.
the story's great. They tie all the Sinister Six stuff together and Dr. Octavius and the symbiote stuff and lead up to a great sequel.
The best Spider-Man game's Enter Electro.
It's a great one. Not the best.
That is the best.
But yeah, Spider-Man PS4 is the best Spider-Man game.
Bosses are way too easy.
They're also, there's like 6 different difficulties you can play it on.
Yeah, but normal should still be enough of a challenge.
All right, well, let's hit it.
The last one is pretty hard. Octavius is pretty hard. To
It's
play
not.
on normal. But anyways, yeah, Spider-Man PS4, a great game.
It's the 10th greatest game of all time.
Number 9, Resident Evil 4. This is the only shooter on my list. So this is the greatest shooter of all time.
Does this even count as a shooter?
It's a shooter horror.
Yeah, I would not count that
I would
as
just
a
say it's a
shooter.
horror game.
No, it's
with
a
guns.
no, it's definitely a
I would say
shooter.
it's a strategy game. That's what I would
No,
call it.
dude, it is 100% a shooter.
I've never seen a shooter where you stop and try to shoot. Any other shooter, you move around.
No, but this is definitely a shooter. It's just different. It's a different style. It's a unique style of shooter.
It's a horror game.
No, dude, no. It is 100%. No, because the whole game is based around shooting zombies and upgrading your guns. How is that not a shooter? It's definitely a horror too, but it's not a strategy game.
It's
The fuck
mainly
is
a
a
horror.
Oh,
It's
it's a
I would
horror.
not call it a shooter.
No, it's definitely a shooter. There's literally
Not
no
a
other.
shooter.
There's no other thing you can categorize it in.
It's a little bit of a
Horror.
It's also not.
It's a horror shooter.
We're going off the rails.
But yes, it is an amazing game. Game of the year. Yeah, great gun customization, great atmosphere. It's super long. The game takes a long time to beat. The bosses are great. It's terrifying. multiple different, atmospheres you go to. Like you start out in the village, you go to the castle. You gotta deal with the scariest fucking horror game villains of all time, the Regenerators. Those things are awful.
Yeah, for me, that's a game.
God.
That's like, for me, top 10 favorite games to watch, not to play.
So its main thing is survival horror. They do classify as third-person shooters.
Exactly.
But it's mainly survival horror. It's not what classify. I wouldn't say Resident Evil.
No.
The shooter.
Survival game is a good way of putting it. Survival.
It's survival, but it's heavily a shooter. I mean, you're just mowing down zombies the whole game.
Well, you're not mowing them down.
You get a machine gun.
Just what's your next one?
You get a machine gun like a rocket launcher. Or you get a grenade launcher. So yeah, Resident Evil 4.
Stop throwing your phone around, please. It's very hard not to look at it.
For me?
Yeah, you're showing it to Hunter.
I'm looking right at it.
Oh. Number 8, Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's way too low.
I was blown away by how amazing this game was. Because I expected it to have the classic, Grand Theft Auto fun where you just kind of run around beating up hookers and whatnot. But, I mean, the story is great. The characters are great. I love how you switch between the characters. Extremely long story, which I was pretty blown away by how long the game itself takes. Just driving is fucking fun in the game. Graphics hold up very well. It's amazing. It's got a little bit of everything. Also realized as I was making this list that open world games are easily my favorite type of game, like free roam type stuff.
Oh, for sure.
The online of Grand Theft Auto 5 is unbelievable too. I spent a lot of time doing that.
That's really good.
With some friends. I'm gonna say, even though we're not on to honorable mentions yet, that was number 11 for me. Was Grand Theft Auto 5.
I didn't get to play it online. Well, I did, but I never got mic'd up with anybody to play it. But playing it solo definitely wasn't that fun. But sure, probably was pretty good mic'd up. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 7. I tied these together because they're one lineal story and they're almost they're very similar. It's kind of hard to distinguish the two.
Are they two different games?
Yeah.
Then you can't.
But no, Evan, you tie fucking things every list, so I don't want to hear it. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
That's still the same game franchise. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So
you gotta choose one standard.
And they're one. See that's just. Honestly, I think Arkham Asylum is probably slightly better, but I mean that's just individual difference.
See, that probably would have made my top 10 if the Poison Ivy shit didn't ruin it for me.
The Poison Ivy part is still really good, but yeah, I mean they're easily the best superhero games ever made. Probably the only good superhero games to come out since Spider-Man 2. Yeah, graphics. I mean, it's not even though they came out on PlayStation 3, they're still some of the best graphics of any game I've ever seen. And I'm a huge Batman fan, so that obviously helps me. Helps the case for it.
Batman Begins was solid too.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah,
it's like Splinter Cell except
they
fucking Batman.
They kind of took they took a lot of stuff from the Batman Begins game and just made it better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and they also used the Batman animated series voices, which just Mark Hamill's the Joker. I can't remember the guy who plays Batman, but everything's just amazing. It's flawless games.
What is it, Bill Conway or something like that, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be right. Yeah, that sounds right. But also, Arkham Knight sucks. Arkham Knight is easily the worst of the 4 that came out. Arkham Origins is still pretty good, but not great. Arkham Knight, garbage. Pass it over. Number 6, Last of Us.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing game. The story is very emotional, and it's probably the best. It's probably the best survival game, I would say. You barely have any ammo the entire game. I mean, you have to use
So wait, do you count that as a shooter?
bricks and stuff. No, I wouldn't say.
How are you pausing on
that's
that?
That's not a shooter. I wouldn't say that's a shooter. That's definitely a lot more of a. Well, you barely
You have guns shooting zombies.
Yeah, but you're not shooting nearly as much in that game as you are Resident Evil. You're using you're mostly just trying to get away from the clickers. You're not. There's not a lot of shooting. There's not nearly as much shooting involved in that game. A lot of it is you just throw a brick and try to run past them. That's what most of the game is. You definitely shoot, but that's definitely not the main feature of the game. The main feature literally is just survival. more honestly, you stab people more than shooting them. You have to sneak up behind them and take them out
You do
stealthily.
the same thing in Resident Evil. I literally just played it the other night, and most of my time I was just walking past the zombies that I couldn't touch. I wasn't
Oh yeah,
shooting
the
them.
lickers.
Yeah,
That's
and
Resident
I'm
Evil.
running away from Mr. X.
That's Resident Evil 2. It's not Resident Evil 4. Different. Totally different.
All right,
Much different.
We gotta keep trucking.
Yeah, Last of Us, great game. Can't wait for the second one to come out. Number 5.
I like how you laugh before all of yours, like you know I'm gonna say something.
Number 5 was a tie.
What? No, that's not
You've
true.
already
No,
broken the rule once.
No, I haven't, because no, Batman Arkham's, you said we count them both.
No,
but,
this is no.
Hold on. You've done plenty of ties. You've done at least
I haven't.
you've done at least 3 ties
No, I
in the
haven't.
show.
I've never done any ties.
Well, you've done
Name
at
one
least
time I
3
did a tie.
ties. You've
Name
done at
one.
least 3.
Name one.
I can't think of the exact ones
I've
right
never
now.
done a
You've
tie.
done 3.
I've never done a tie.
Dude, you know he's done multiple ties in this show.
I've never.
All right.
I've never done a tie.
Skyrim and RuneScape.
They have nothing to do.
That doesn't work.
I don't care. I'm doing it.
You
I don't
can't
care.
do that
I
at
just
all.
did it.
Yeah,
No,
those are two
I just did it.
completely separate video games. No, because this
I don't care.
doesn't make any sense.
I don't
That's
care.
just 11 video games.
You should have just knocked
It's
out
just 11.
fucking Spider-Man because that was a
Yeah.
dumb choice anyway.
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
but this
I
is
didn't want
invalid
to.
now.
I didn't want to include RuneScape in this list because it's an online only game, and I feel like it was very hard to compare. But since Evan was bitching about it a lot, I figured I'd throw it in there anyways. But
It's hard to compare any game against another game, especially when they're different genres and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't matter that
it's-
it's an online game. You
Number
hear the,
five's
you hear
a
the
tie.
last word you say at that? Game. It's still a fucking game.
Yeah.
yeah, but so is checkers is still a game.
Yeah, but it's not a video game. You're not looking at a screen.
Yeah, it's not video.
Yes, but
you just fucking
I'm
play
saying
checkers
that it
in
was-
real life.
Sounds like you can talk to somebody on it, so therefore it doesn't count.
No, but I feel like it's way too hard to compare a game that's exclusively online to a game that's not. But,
okay, well I can't. We
so
can't get into that.
I'm only throwing it in here because Evan was fussing about it. But yeah.
I
So
don't care.
yeah, I'm gonna go back and listen to all the episodes and point. And I'm gonna write all the ones down where you've had ties.
I want you to.
There's been at least 3.
I'm
But,
not gonna do that. It's fucking 17 hours of
I'll
shit
do
he's
it.
gotta listen
I
to.
drive around 10 hours a day for my job.
All
I
right,
have
listen,
nothing better
I
to
do,
do.
you do.
At this point, Hunter's gonna have 10 minutes to get through his list.
That's okay. I don't care anymore. 'Cause these lists are fucking stupid. You're breaking the rules. You're putting fucking
I don't care.
Spyro at 1
Yeah. So Skyrim.
and RuneScape.
What do I have to say? They're kind of the same in a way.
No.
Very open world.
Skyrim sucks.
Skyrim's amazing.
Watch your goddamn mouth.
Skyrim's incredible.
Skyrim sucks. If you don't have Fable anywhere here, I'm gonna be pissed.
You
Graphic.
didn't have Fable.
Yeah, you didn't.
I
have
know,
Fable.
but I didn't have fucking Skyrim.
Fable's not better than Skyrim.
Fable's much better.
Skyrim is better than Fable. I'm sorry, but yeah. I mean, everyone knows Skyrim. It's like they've released like goddamn 6 versions of it at this point. People still play it, and it came out in like 2000.
People still play Pac-Man.
God, like 11 or 12 or something.
I thought it was later.
Yeah, people still play it. Graphics still hold up. It's still got a huge map. I mean, I don't even know how long it'll take you to walk from one end to the other. And then
forever.
RuneScape, I mean, it's not the greatest game ever made, but I just have so much nostalgia for it. And I've probably pumped more hours into RuneScape than I have any game on this list, I would say.
Most of it was illegal, though.
I did bot quite a bit while I was watching anime.
That doesn't count. As you
That doesn't
playing
count,
it.
but even aside from all that, I still probably played it more than the other ones. Yeah, run around telling people you're going to trim their armor, give me your rune armor, and I'll just steal it.
And fight fucking moss giants for hours.
Yep. Takes them out to the wild and say, all right, and just leave them.
All right, we got it. We got a truck. We got a truck.
Number 4. Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're just now at 4.
I know, he's taking longer than me.
That's only because you've been getting so pissed at everything.
Yeah, because you put 2 goddamn completely different video games in one spot.
What are you going to do? Red Dead Redemption 2, just like Grand Theft Auto, I was amazed at how incredible the story was, along with the immersiveness of the world and like the people and just the story and everything. And super fucking emotional story. Like, just couldn't even believe it was pulling at my heartstrings so hard. Mm-hmm. But incredible game.
Would you say Rockstar is the greatest game developers?
Shit, that's...
Well, they're certainly the most successful.
They're up there. If they're top 3.
Well, did you know Grand Theft Auto is like the #1 most sold like product of all
Media.
time?
Yes. It sold $1 billion. It got
Yeah,
$1 billion
it's,
in 3 days.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 though was incredible.
All right.
Number 3, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Over Red Dead 2.
Dude, Star Wars: Knights of the Republic.
It is great.
It was the first game that I played that like hit me at a really emotional level, and
Didn't you cry? at the
fucking
end?
plot
Or was it the
twist
second one?
out of nowhere. The craziest fucking plot twist that I didn't see coming at all. Blew my mind when I played it. Also, open world, super ahead of its time. I'm pretty sure, like, unanimously considered the greatest Star Wars game ever made. I don't think
Huge honorable mention
anyone-
for me.
Yeah, it has.
And
Yeah, it's-
you can argue Battlefront too.
Yeah, everyone argues that it says too, but like, no. Knights of the Republic is like, I don't know. Also, you get to make this guy. You make the decisions, and that
Did you
influences your force.
Did you cry at the end of the first or second one?
I didn't cry in that game, but when I played through the evil mode, I was like, God, because you have to convince the girl to kill her Wookiee friend, and I was like, oh my God.
But then the end of the
I
second
don't know,
one,
it hit
didn't that
me.
one like smack you really hard?
No,
too?
the second one just fucking ends on a cliffhanger. They never made a third one.
Oh, okay.
Awful.
All right. Well,
I wish I played the second one more, but I haven't. So I'd probably think that. Number 2, the Spyro trilogy.
Standout.
Oh man, 2 and 3 are just like dead even. I feel like
yeah, one's definitely the worst out of the 3.
You guys didn't even play by the rules.
2 and 3 are the best.
I know how you feel now. I set rules to my list.
Yeah.
You guys just do the goddamn one
See,
day.
2 and 3.
doesn't feel good.
2 and 3 are the standouts. I had 2 first. That was like the first one I ever got. So maybe I'd lean that one, but 3 definitely is like right with it. But I mean, you said enough, so I'll just go ahead and get my number 1. Number 1, Final Fantasy X.
Yep.
Only game I've ever cried in. 14-year-old me was not prepared for what that game put me through. I play it like at least once every 2 years still. And
What?
yeah, I played it last year. I played it this past year. Very long game. The combat's super addicting. Hands down, best story of any game ever made. Great characters. I mean, I've never even fully completed the game. It's so goddamn hard. It's ridiculous.
It's universally known that it's not even the best Final Fantasy.
No, it's everyone. No, everyone argues. Everyone argues 7 and 10. Those are the two that everyone would say.
What's funny is I've spent many of hours just watching Colin play that.
Also, the greatest video game score of all time. It won like a gazillion awards for the score.
My friend, who is a diehard Final Fantasy, doesn't even have the top 2. He goes 7 and 9.
He said,
Hey, can you stop
Wait,
hitting
listen.
the chord?
"Your friend is an idiot," and then everyone. I don't care about your friend. Everyone.
Just saying, he's played pretty much most of them.
Everyone-
He only played one of them and didn't even.
No,
beat it.
actually, I think he told me it was 2. I think he said it was 2, anyways. But everyone says 7 and 9, or 7 and 10. 7 and 10's like the ones that everyone will argue about.
Well,
Colin even learned the score on fucking piano.
I did.
We'll look that up later.
Yeah, it's amazing. 7's kind of the pioneer, and 10's like
Here's the best character in the game.
Oh fuck! It's kind of hard not to say Orin.
What about Titus?
Titus can be. He's a little whiny sometimes, but
No,
he grows through the game. He grows. As a
My
character.
favorite is that blue motherfucker.
Kamari. Yeah, he's pretty
Kamari,
badass
he's my
too.
favorite.
They're all great though. There's not bad characters.
Oh, the
no,
Street Fighter looking.
No,
motherfucker?
sorry. Lulu is the best character actually. Lulu's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, you had a crush on her.
Yeah. I was like, why's Titus not trying to bang her? You know.
Run through this.
All right, number 10, Spider-Man PS4. Number 9, Resident Evil 4.
The shooter.
Yeah, the shooter. Number 8, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 7, Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Number 6, The Last of Us. Number 5, a tie between RuneScape and Skyrim.
At 5.
Number 4.
5's where he had the tough decision.
Listen.
We have to go.
You don't understand how many hours I sunk into that shit. Number 4, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 3, Knights of the Republic. Number 2, the Spyro Trilogy. And number 1, Final Fantasy X.
That's most to be expected.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get to Hunter's list, let's cut to the last ad break to get this episode fully paid for and help our readers or help our You know, or
People are reading this?
Whatever. Let's do it.
All right, this is a long one. Whoever wrote this put some time into this.
Well, it's
Okay.
an ad, man.
Okay. All right, so
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
I come from the land of China. Out of the breath of a dragon. I am the protector. The one who will cure your danger. Samurai Joe.
Was anyone else expecting him to have like a Chinese accent or something? Like, huh? That maybe.
That's literally what I was expecting.
I guess not.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
wait,
No, you're gonna mess.
way long ago in history, people died left and right. It's not a mystery. If only we had a protector, the weak would scream. Could you imagine? That would be a dream. So a man came from the shadows out of the mist, walked out of the night. You get the gist. He would take up for the small people. He would stand toe to toe. The man from ancient China named Samurai Joe. He serves for the better of man and moves like a dancer, but moved to America and became a bouncer. Doesn't even rhyme. He's made from beauty and all materials hard, a purity in the soul, the world's best bodyguard, a savior for all who are lost and don't know, a savior for you and me, called Samurai Joe. Oh, there's more. No website needed. He will come when the time is right. Promo code. This is me. I just want to say that was beautiful. You gotta make sure you save this.
Huh?
We gotta save this. I'm in a trance over here.
It's been recorded.
Oh my god.
I get that shit out of here.
That was majestic.
Jesus Christ. Those fucking lists. Number 10. It's Rocket League.
Oh my god.
Amazingly simple game
That one's stupid.
that gets more and more complex. They have always listened to the fans and added more and more amazing features without having to be DLC. It's a game that I've introduced to many people, and they say that same shit at the beginning, but then once they get to playing it, they love it.
That's worse than Madden.
It's not worse than Madden. You had fucking Spider-Man 4 on there.
do you know
when
how
all
much-
you could
It's a
do is
great game.
whip sling, that's the fun part.
Madden. There's a lot of people who would back me up with Madden.
Yeah,
That's all
but
I
it
have
doesn't
to
make
say.
sense for you. It doesn't make
Well, you
make
don't
any
know.
sense for you.
No, like I have a.
It's not your list, it's my list.
Yeah, right,
Number 10,
right.
Rocket League. I love it. I've played the game for quite some time. Number 9, Pokemon. And I'm going Pokemon Leaf Green because that was
I was gonna say
the
Fire Red or
was
Leaf
gonna
Green.
Fire
that was the updated version
Or Sapphire.
that added a little some little flares in there, better graphics. I do believe that if I had enough time and I had somebody actually keeping track of all of it, I could probably get all 151 original Pokemon.
I've done it.
I think I still could. That's how much I played that game. Just grinding, leveling up Pokemon, trying to be the fucking Pokemon master.
Right.
Gotta catch 'em all.
I mean, I played it across the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance SP. It was always just Pokemon, basically. So yeah, that's the standout.
Man, I would just wake up sometimes, just get that shit out, and I would play it, and then it'd be like 4 hours gone by, like, oh shit, it's in the same chair.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon.
When
Yeah.
Colin was playing that, no, sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night, it'd be 2 a.m. and he's still fucking playing it.
Super addicting.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
I still play it on my phone on occasion.
Yeah. It's great. Number 8, Halo, with the standout being Halo 2. Halo 2 is the standout. Again, one of the first real heavy online multiplayer shooters. I mean, great campaign, but it's really on my list mainly because of the multiplayer aspect, and not even the online multiplayer. It's just we would literally sit hours and hours and just play against each other. The maps never got old, like you said.
Yeah.
Those small arenas, the big arenas, they all feel fresh. They all, you know, the colors and the landscapes are all just, you know, just put you right in the element. And there's nothing better than shotgunning somebody that's coming at you with a sword, because you're just like, I'm God, I just fucking perfectly timed that. Yeah. And you just felt amazing. It was a slower pace too, so like most shooters are just and Halo's you're just like jumping kind of slow and just perfectly timing shots.
Needler was my shit.
Yeah, Needler.
You would be the biggest fan.
Needler's pretty nasty.
You had to have two of them to really make it nasty.
Oh, I got into
Dual wield them.
Whatever.
Plasma pistols are the worst.
Anyway, we've talked about Halo. It's great for a reason. I should have numbered these. No.
It's the Samurai Jedi Bodyguard.
Number 6, Skate, with the standout, of course, being.
I forgot about Skate.
3 is, of course, the standout.
Oh shit! Did I forget about
Because
Skate?
what was so great about Skate is the Tony Hawk series had really fallen off because Project 8 was a big piece of shit. And then Skate came along, and I was like, oh man, this is new, this is exciting. But I was so used to button mashing with Tony Hawk, it blew your fucking mind when you're doing anything with the analog sticks. And that's another game where it's just you get progressive. It's so simple, but you can get progressively better at it, and it just feels so great, even when you just land the simplest trick, if you can do it clean. Skate 3 was the best because every time a new one would come out, you'd be like, man, I really hope they do this with this one. And then they fucking do it. Yeah. It was perfect. They made the perfect adjustments every single time. It immersed you. And honestly, I always claim that I like Skate more. So if we were doing this solely on an individual basis, I would probably have Skate 3 over, the Tony Hawk stuff. But since we're counting it as the collective, my next one.
I want to talk about Skate 3 for another 20 minutes.
We can do that later on. My next one at number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 is Tony Hawk. The Tony Hawk series, with the standout being... Which one do you think it is? What do you think?
Well,
it's got to be 2.
Pro Skater 2.
Oh, you're going to say Underground. That's what it is.
I'm absolutely going to say Underground. That was before they got a little too nuts with it. It really goes off the rails on Underground 2. Still a fun game.
I love Underground 2.
But Underground 1 is still slightly based in reality, I guess. Although, like, your final skate battle, you're following that dude across electric wires and all kinds of other shit. And that was amazing. As far as, like, that's the boss battle of a Tony Hawk game, like, that shit was hard as hell. I just love those games so fucking much. It looks like button mashing until you get it down, and then you're perfectly timing the different shit. That's another franchise that just added on little more and more things that made it better and better. Yeah. Underground 1, I really love American Wasteland. Honestly, Tony Hawk 3 is solid. I mean, Tony 2 is a classic, of course. 3 is solid too.
I haven't played Pro Skater 5, and everyone shits on it, but I have a feeling I'd probably like it.
I can't really remember.
The new one?
Oh, they just released that one?
Mm-hmm. Pro Skater 5, yeah.
I didn't even know they released a new one.
Oh, they released Pro Skater 5 like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, I don't know. Try that shit. It's probably like Project 8. Fuck Project 8. It really crushed my dreams. Thank God Skate came along.
It's got a 32 Metacritic.
Yeah.
What is that one? 5? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it's not, yeah.
I bet you I would like it.
So that is
6.
that one.
You're on 5.
6. I'm on 5. Actually, I didn't number them last time I said the joke. I just, whatever. Number 5 is the Call of Duty series. And this one, I'm glad you didn't put it on y'all's fucking list, because y'all's standouts would have been fucking stupid.
Standouts World at War.
World at War is the best.
Wrong. That's incredibly wrong. Modern Warfare 2 is the best Call of Duty, and it's not even fucking close.
No, the first Modern Warfare is better than the second one.
It's not.
Black Ops 3 is better than Modern Warfare 2.
What? It's not.
No, I don't agree with that.
It's not. Literally go look on any list. It's Modern Warfare 2, and it's for a reason. It's because that fucking online gameplay was perfect. The levels, the guns, that was before they started putting restrictions on it, so everything was just fucking overpowered. You could run around with 2 shotguns, Model 1817s, and just fucking flip them like the Terminator over and over. Everything was overpowered. quick scopes, double shotguns, the ump with stopping power. Everything was overpowered, and it was just beautiful.
Have you played the new Battle Royale from Call of Duty?
I
Warzone?
have not yet.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, I haven't tried that yet. I do enjoy the new Modern Warfare. They made some nice adjustments with like how you can change the kits out on your gun and everything.
World War II is dope too.
See, it's not even close.
War II is
Again,
pretty good.
it's Modern Warfare 2. I'd probably go Black Ops 2.
Call of Duty 2 is good.
Maybe Black Ops 1?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we
But
played
anyway.
like all the original ones too.
No, the original ones are solid too. Those are better for the campaigns.
But, yo-
Because that's what I was thinking the whole time. Is that D-Day scene? I feel like is better.
No, man. I would
no,
I would have fucking Medal of Honor over Call of Duty. I would have Battlefield series over Call of Duty series.
No.
I would have Mercenaries over Call of Duty.
No.
Yeah, I would
No,
too,
That's
actually.
nuts. It's because you guys didn't. I guess you didn't play the online.
But
mode as
I
much.
was never-
sunk hours and hours.
I played
into
Black
online.
Ops online a lot and Modern Warfare 1 a lot online.
Online, Call of Duty Online is where you learned how to talk shit and be okay with somebody saying the most fucked up shit
I
possible
was
to
like,
you.
being okay with being extremely
T-
racist.
Today's PC culture would not survive in those old
Open
Call of
lobbies.
Duty the open lobbies where you could talk shit to the team you were about to play, and then after you play them, there's also another session where you can be like, "You guys are trash," and it's a lot of fun.
Think about UFC Undisputed 2010.
That's
So
what
a
my
whole lot,
mentions.
whole lot of fun. Number
Undisputed
4.
3 is the best one though, for sure.
My next few you've heard them. We've heard them already, but these are where they should be at. Number 4 is Skyrim. Beautiful, beautiful open world game. You can sink hours into it. I've replayed it a couple of times, making different characters, and you can have fun with it so many different ways, take different paths. The DLC has been fun too, that they've added on.
That Vampire one is.
And then you dip into the world of mods, and that takes on a whole nother life of its own. But Skyrim number 4, because that's where it should be. Another one that you fucked up on. Number 3, Red Dead 2.
That's what I had it, right?
Yeah, 4.
You had it 4. It's
Yeah.
not hot enough.
Yeah, well, still good.
Red Dead 2, probably the most immersive game I've ever played.
Most beautiful landscape.
Amazing
probably
landscape. There was a section of time in that game where I was literally just bird watching, and it was fun. There's times where I was just taking photographs of the landscapes, and that was fun. I literally started talking more like this as the longer I played it, because you gotta say
I
good,
pat my dog and go,
good girl.
"You all right there, girl?"
That's a good girl.
I feel like playing video games.
Yeah, for sure. So that one, it's again probably the most immersive game I've ever played. Just the entire atmosphere of the world, everything puts you in it. It feels like the game is alive and you're just in the world. It's not like you're controlling what's happening. It's just the shit's happening and you're living in it.
It's almost it's just like Westworld, which I just started watching, and it's fucking great.
Never watched it. Number 2 is GTA, with the standout being GTA 5.
Did you say 5 over Red Dead 2?
Yes.
That's crazy to me.
Only
What
because
about San Andreas, dog?
oh, it's great. San
Red Dead
Andreas
2
is
is
up
better
there,
than GTA
but
5.
GTA 5 is this. I think what puts it over for me is the online gameplay, because Red Dead's fucking gameplay was trash. Online gameplay. Great story.
Wait, what online was terrible? Red Dead 2?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. GTA, great story. You are immersed in 3 different characters. They all have their own little traits. Again, another game where you feel like you're in the world, not as much as Red Dead 2, but again, the online aspect is a lot better because they just continue to update that. They've kept that online game fresh, and it's been out for so fucking long, and they just put it out for free. All that DLC.
The online is a whole nother world, man.
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
a whole other thing.
You
It's
buy
just-
houses and cars. And
Yeah, it's just you're on the map again, but it's just a completely different game now. Again, yeah, sold 1 billion units or $1 billion worth of shit in 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason it's up there. And number 1 is the God of War series.
I like it.
This is the only one that's tough for me to choose a standout.
I think you gotta go original, man.
No, if anything, it's 3.
3's great too.
3 or the new one. Those would
And-
be. That's what it's between. I keep looking more at it, and it's tougher to go that way. 3 is the best one. 3 is.
They're all so good.
3
They're
is
all-
100%.
They're all so fucking good.
The best of the original trilogy. Oh my god! I mean, it teaches about Greek mythology. It's incredibly brutal. The connection you feel to Kratos and all that pain and hate and revenge just feels so good when you get to beat the hell out of a god.
Yeah.
and finally get that revenge. And then for them to change it up and slow down the fighting style in the newest one and make him more humanized because he has a child now, and you feel the softer side of Kratos, but you also still get to bloody your hands up against some enemies.
God of War. Yeah.
Also has these amazing cinematic shots where they just pull back and they show you this huge landscape you're in. I mean, I just love everything about the God of War series.
God of War helped me get through a breakup.
Yeah, it's...
I remember 9th grade summer, I just spent all my time playing God of War.
Yeah, so that is the greatest game
That's
series.
crazy that you think that's the greatest of all time.
I believe it is 100% the greatest of all time.
That's crazy.
So, again, number 10, Rocket League. Number 9, Pokemon. Number 8, Halo. Number 7, Skate. Number 6, Tony Hawk. Number 5, Call of Duty. Number 4, Skyrim. Number 3, Red Dead 2. Number 2, GTA, with GTA 5 being standout. And number 1, God of War.
Nice. Alright, well, let's all just
That's a list.
As quick as possible, let's run through all of our honorable mentions. I'll go first. Here's all the ones that are top 20 but didn't make it. Fable, Knockout Kings 2000, San Andreas, Pokemon, Knights of the Old Republic, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, LA Noire, fucking awesome. Bully, Soul Calibur 3.
Yeah. Soul Calibur 3. Oh my god, amazing game.
And the Portal series. Portal was not on board with it when I saw what it was, but then I ended up actually playing it and beating it and falling in love with those games.
But I can't believe you didn't have. I guess you didn't beat it. Resident Evil 2, because you just loved it so much.
I did.
You
love
didn't
it.
beat it though, so I guess that kind of changes it a little bit.
So those are my
Fable, yeah, amazing. Anniversary's great. Bully, Destroy All Humans.
Hell yeah.
Oh, also amazing. Spider-Man 2.
That's a reach for even honor.
Halo Combat Evolved. That's not in order.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah,
Cool.
Open world. They're also remastering it. Comes out like this year, next year. Roller Coaster Tycoon, the first two. Age of Empires 2, UFC Undisputed 3, Soul Calibur 3, and Half-Life 2. All amazing.
Yeah, the only ones I have that aren't those. I also had Battlefront 2, Mario Kart, Super
Pokemon.
Smash. Most of these Nintendo games didn't make it solely because I just didn't have those
Smash
systems.
Yeah. Huh?
Smash Brothers? It's kind of crazy.
I know. Well, I was thinking Luigi's Mansion.
But
Yeah, that's
Super
what they
Smash,
do.
Mario
It's
Kart, Mario Party. Basically, you got a bunch of those fucking Nintendo games.
Double Dash.
And
Double Dash is the
then
best
the
Mario
curveball is South Park Chef's Love Shack. One of the best games ever.
All right.
Classic.
All right, and that wraps up this episode, which will go down in history as the longest episode we've had. Colin, let us know what's happening next week
you're like
or
this.
next month.
Our next movie we'll be watching and reviewing is Watchmen. Because I've never seen it. I hate Zack Snyder with a passion, least favorite director of all time. Everyone says Watchmen's great, so we'll see what happens.
I don't like Zack Snyder as well, but I have seen Watchmen, and I do really, really like
As
it.
I said, I do remember. It's been a minute since I've seen it.
It's
So
very
I do
good.
remember liking it.
It's still really good. Still.
Okay. So I was flip-flopping between two top fives, but unless you guys hate this one for some reason. We've done a lot of stuff on rap, so this time we're going to do top 5 classic rock groups of all time.
Oh, this is going to be a heated discussion.
Really fucking hard, isn't
As
it?
to what counts in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're picking classes. So wait, no, okay. Wait, you have to pick a time cutoff. That's how you have to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
I was thinking, like late 60s, like Beatles.
Late
all the-
60s?
Yes, to like
Okay.
late 80s. That's what I was thinking.
So 60s to 80s.
Pretty much.
Top rock groups. From
But like
60s to
I wouldn't
80s.
count like
I
Jim.
don't think that counts as classic rock, though. Maybe if you cut it off
The Beatles
early
counts as
80s.
Yeah.
I'm talking about how late you're going with it.
We'll see.
Oh,
I mean,
80s is definitely classic rock.
Well, it just depends on if you count like Guns N' Roses classic rock. which
Yes.
I count that more as
I kind of wouldn't
It's
count.
not modern at all.
I really wouldn't count Guns N' Roses, but I would count.
How?
But Van Halen definitely counts.
How does that make any sense? That makes no
We'll
sense.
discuss this later.
We'll talk about this
figure
later.
it out off screen.
Top 10 rock artists from 60s to 80s.
I was thinking about this either top this or top 5 Led Zeppelin songs, but I'm going with classic rock bands.
Oh, Led Zeppelin songs have been great.
That'd been a good list too. But
Yeah, I like
was
all of
worried that
this.
you didn't listen to it with Led Zeppelin, so.
I feel like you listen to a
I
lot.
could still put one together, but I wouldn't be able to argue it nearly as hard.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, that's it. This will go in the record books as the longest episode, which I figured it would.
We fucking did it.